All right, guys, here we go. Last video for section 1.4. We're doing the last topic, which is get information about a function from its graph. That's kind of general, but we're going to be a little more specific. What kind of information are we looking for? We're looking for specifically the domain, the range, and then we can also evaluate particular numbers, or we can work backwards to find out what is a x value that matches a particular y value. So those are the four things. Domain and range, pretty easy actually. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm just going to do the questions right on the original question. I'm just going to write directly on it because I've got the picture. I just got to say the domain range, evaluate f of -1. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a little typo here. Missing parentheses. I'll fix that before I upload these notes. Okay, so evaluate, find the domain range. Okay, domain. Let's stick to colors here. So let's do all domains in red. So domain is anything that's possible x values. So looking at my possible x values, it goes -1, 2, 3, 4, up to -4, right? That's the smallest. And then after that, it goes to the right forever. So from -4 onwards to infinity. Okay, what's the range? You know, this video is going to be the shortest one, I think. This is the easiest one. The range are possible of y values. The smallest is 1 to -2 here, right? So it goes from -2, including that value, and up to the tallest is over here. That's 1, 2, 3. That's the highest value you get. So from -2, oh, did I say -3? I meant +3. So -2 to +3. That's it. That's the range. Easy. Okay, what about evaluating? Evaluating, guys, is actually the easiest thing almost. All you do is look at the graph. So what is f of -1? Okay, here's -1. Where am I at that x value? I'm right here at +3. So f of -1 is 3. What about f of 0? Okay, where am I at 0? Here's 0 for x. Looking at it, it's at this point right there. It's 2. And what about f of 1? Oh, here's a 1. At that point, I'm at 1. So it was 1. That's it. Done. Okay, I don't really care for that color, so I'm not going to use that next time. Okay, number 16. Same question. Domain. Okay, x values, right? So the lowest one is -1, 2, 3, -3. Including it, because you see how it's filled in? So including it, that means I have a hard bracket. And then I go up to, over here, it looks like I'm going to have a potential issue, right? Because this point looks like it's not included at x equal to 1. But it actually is, because look down here. It is filling down here. And so I don't have any gaps, actually. It's -3 all the way to infinity. That's the domain. Right? Because as far as x values look like, I always have an x value from here onwards. It just so happens at this point, it jumps from the up there to down here, but still that is one x value, right? Okay. That's the domain. Oh, wrong color. Okay, now for the range. Oh, I used this darker blue last time. Range is the possible y values or up and down values, right? So the lowest one looks like it's -3 here. But looking at it, there's a gap after that, right? So I have -3, just including only just that one value, -3 to -3. And then after that, you know, when you have something like this, you can also opt to just list it as a set here, as an element in a set. Either way, it's okay. And then from after that, so I'm looking up and down, right? So lowest value is -3. Next is -1 here. It goes up here, up until 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4. So -1 up to 4. Now looking over here, it looks like you might have a potential issue, right? Because there's no, at this spot, there's no value for y equal to 1, it looks like. But looking over here, I do have a y that gets 1. Right? I do have a spot where y is equal to 1. So it's okay. It is included. So this should be that spot union with from -1 up until +3, we said. Oh, no, I'm saying +4, we said, yeah. Yeah. inclusive, because this one's included. Okay, on to number 18 now. Numbers are at the bottom left corner. Okay, domain. Domain, left and right, goes all the way to the left, right? So it's going to start from negative infinity. It's going to stop at -1 right here. And not included this time because it's open. And then union from, this is +1, up until +1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Up until 4, and not including that point. Okay, what about the range? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Oh, shucks. I forgot to do the F values last time. Let me finish this range, and then I'll go back to do the F values, okay? So range was Y values, right? Looking at this picture here, the lowest is -2, but not included. So open. And then it goes straight up from that point. From looking at this arc in the curve, it goes straight up till 1, 2, 3, 4. And I only have to concern myself with this portion of the graph because that doesn't add anything to the range. Okay, sorry, I forgot to do the evaluation of points in the last question, so let me go back to do that. Sorry, it's out of order here. I'm doing f of -1, 0, and 1. So f of -1, here -1, I'm at, I don't know what exactly point that is. It looks like 3 point, let's just say about 3.3. I'm not sure exactly. I'm going to estimate here, because I don't know the actual function values. Let's say negative, I'll just say about 3.3. It looks to me like it's right in the, at the 2/3 mark. That's why, maybe 3.33. I'm sorry guys, I'm rushing here. This is f of -1 here. Okay, what about f of 0? F of 0, here's 0. It looks at 2.3 again. Let's say around 2.3 again. This is just estimating. 2.33. I'm using squiggly lines because that's an estimation. And f of 1 at 1. Oh, this is a good question. So at 1, do I take the open circle or the closed circle? I want the closed circle because that's the one that's actually equal to. And that looks like exactly -3. So that's that. Okay, 17. What are the values? Okay, values are f of -1 first. That's going to be, here's -1. It's open, so there is no value. And we'll say it does not exist. F of 0 at 0, same thing. There's no value there, so also does not exist. And f of 1 is 4 right there. So 4. Okay, 19, 20. Two more. 19. And 19, we got one bonus question. So number 19. Domain first. Okay, looks like it starts all the way from -infinity up until, what is it, -1, 2, 3, 4, to -4. Inclusive of -4. And then it picks up again from -2 to +2. And then again from +4 up to infinity. Okay, what's the range? The lowest it goes is -2 up until +2. Right here, right? And then union with a single point at 3. Okay, so that's the domain range. Now let's check the values real quick. F of -1 is over here. That looks like it's at -1. F of 0, -2. F of 1, -1. Okay, there's an additional question. For what value or values of x does y equal to 3? So where is y equal to 3? Y is equal to 3 over here and over here, right? So that's any value of x that gives me y equal to 3. So that would be x inside. This is the symbol for inside. I'm going to write it as an interval. Any value of x from -infinity up until, this is -4, right? Union with +4 to infinity. Those are all the values where the y value, those are values of x first where the y value is equal to 3. So those spots. Okay, last question. Last question. Okay, domain first. Okay, looks like everything to the left up until -2. So negative infinity to -2, not including because it's open. And then union from -1 onwards towards infinity, because this looks like it's going to go on forever, right? It's got indicated by that arrow. Okay, what about the range? Okay, everything going up, yes. From down, yes. So everything from the bottom all the way up until this position. And then from that position, look, I can carry on from this side and continue going up. So the range is actually everything. Negative infinity all the way to positive infinity. I get all possible y values, right? Don't worry about this because even though there's a gap here, it's covered by this position of y here, right? I do have -1 at some point. Yeah, so that's the range. Okay, let's do our 3 values and then we're out of here. -1, at -1, we're at 0. At 0, we're here at 1. And at 1, we're here at 0 again. So there it is. Those are 3 values. That's it, folks. Let me know if you have any questions. Some people have asked me questions, you know, and like if they're stuck at a homework question, and I can just make a quick tutorial video for you if you're really stuck, or I can send you some hints via email. So feel free to reach out, or you can also schedule office hours, don't forget. All right, have a good day, have a good week. See ya.